Hey kids, Flexing Teacher Weber here. Hopefully you've had a really nice Easter weekend. It's Monday today and we're going to get back at it. Hopefully you've already read my instructions in Shobi. You're to correct the 7.8 worksheet. Then hopefully you've read the notes on linear relations. We're going to combine everything we've been doing with algebra. We're going to combine graphing. We're going to be combining equations. We're going to be combining solving by substitution, putting it all together now. And also we'll be working with integers as well. So I'm going to flip to my whiteboard. What I'm going to do is go through the first question I put in your notes. So I'm going to flip to my whiteboard. Now in that question, you're given a math equation. You're given that y equals x plus 1. We don't know what that's the equation of, but it's just it's given to you in the question. And it says use positive and negative values for x and use 0 for x. So you get to choose your values for x in this question, but keep it simple. Choose easy values. So what I did is I chose for my values -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Easy values for x. And what we're going to do to get the values for y is we're going to solve by substitution. We're going to take these values for x and we're going to substitute them into the given equation, and it's going to spit out values for y, which we'll put in our chart. So just beside my chart, I'm going to write down the math equation, y equals x plus 1. And the first value I'm going to put in for x is -2. So I work down the page, and you've done this already, equals -2 plus 1. I substitute in -2 for x, and 2 negatives and 1 positive works out to -1. You got to know your integers, right? Which we did back in January. So that means when x is -2, y is -1. I'll fill in my chart. And I'm going to keep going with that. I'm going to write the math equation down again. Y equals x plus 1. And I'm going to substitute in -1 for x this time. So y equals x is -1 plus 1. And I work that out and I get y is equal to 0. So when x is -1, y is 0. Going to keep trucking along here. Going to write down the equation again. Y equals, oh, that's a bad y, x plus 1. And this time I will substitute in 0 for x. So y equals 0 plus 1, y equals 1. When x is 0, y is 1. And you can see a pattern here, right? -1, 0, 1. We probably know what the next point is going to be, but let's check it out. Y equals, oh, I'll go over here. Y equals x plus 1. Substitute in 1 for x. Y equals 1 plus 1. Y equals 2. When x is 1, y is 2. And then my last point is x equals 2. So I'll write down my equation, y equals x plus 1. I'm going to substitute in 2 for x, 2 plus 1, y equals 3. When x is 2, y is 3. Now, as you continue to work through this question, you're going to recognize that these x and y values represent points on a graph. And when you graph those points, if you do it correctly, you should get a straight line called a linear relation. Make sure you read over the notes. Make sure you refer back to the notes. The assignment I've given you today, called Algebraic Patterns Assignment 3, is exactly like the notes and exactly like the example I went through. And in all of your answers, you should get a straight line or a linear relation for your graph. Give this a try. Hope you have a good day. Flexing Teacher Weber out.